Hi everybody, Bill here from XcentricK. We're going to do another around the shop in 6 minutes as best we can. So first off, at this end of the shop, we've got a fresh 390 GT motor for our Mach 1 Mustang. Figured out the old issues with the old motor, which is here in the crate. That's going to go back to the customer. We've got a few more things to do this Mustang, so we're cleaning up the engine bay, getting that all set up and working. Some parts over there for it, but on we go. The 87 box body is coming on real well. Jeff's done a bunch more work to it. We're starting to fit up to make sure that all of our wiring fits, all of the sockets and everything else will fit up to the new front end. Motor, transmission, all that stuff's in. Rear end's all sized up now. We've got our measurements for the rear of the air ride system. Jeff's got all the console set up with the new air ride system in that to be able to play with that once he's done. Compressors are in here. Air ride system is all set up in the back of the car now, so that part's all finished. And as far as the mechanical setup side goes, now he's got to finish the electronics and start fitting in the rest of the form for what the back end of this trunk area, so to speak, will look like when he's done. Okay, so that's working along really well. And Austin is working away on another nice car here today. Say hello, Austin.
Hey guys.
Austin is working on a nice Super Performance Cobra with a 427 fuel injected motor in it. We found a few little problems. So this is a really nice fuel injection system that we're just replacing some of the intake manifold gaskets. So we're working through this car, doing a quick nut and bolt check, doing a once over safety check so the customer can have a lot of fun with it for the balance of the summer. So let's sneak out through here. If you look out in the parking lot, we've got our Dart come back in for routine maintenance, so we're working on that. The charger's pretty well much done now. Looking really good, it's all polished up. And just a bit of tuning now on that one, and that'll be finished. The 63 split window is back. The customer that bought that from us has now asked to start doing some of the work. So we're just going through, getting some new seats put in it, some mechanical issues. Potentially, eventually, that will get a new fuel injected 327 put into it. So that's maybe a little later on this year, but we're working away on that. 55 Chevys had a bunch of work done. The new 6-speed's in it, gear shifters in it. We're just waiting on the floor pedals for those to come in, so that's working. The 58 Impala is looking really good now. We've got it all covered up. We want to let the paint harden for a couple of days before we do anything else to it. But the drivetrain's been done. Jeff's been buttoning up the motor quite a bit. So that's all moving along really well, and the customer loves the color, so that's great. The 65 Corvette is in for its first nut and bolt check after a little bit of driving around. Some minor things to tweak up on that, so we're working away on that. That'll be out of here hopefully in a week or so. So that's good. We're actually starting to get some space in the shop here now. But no, we don't have any more room for new jobs. We're just kind of trying to fill everything up. Some wheels for another car that's coming in on Monday, Tuesday. Our 53 Buick is now over in the electric / upholstery area. Jeff's starting to button all this up now. We've gone through all of our bits and pieces are either coming back from the chrome or hopefully next week. And once those are back here, then we can start putting the interior together, finish all that, get the engine, which we've already had running, get this running up and down the road, debug it a little bit, and then it gets blown apart, ready for paint. Just so busy, just haven't had the chance to get all that done yet. The little Yamaha is in. We've done our analysis on that, doing a little bit of work to get that up and running for the customer. So that's good. Back here, James is going through and redoing the paint booth. We have to maintain this every once in a while, get it all brightened back up, clean up all the lights, repaint all the walls and floors, all new filters. Doing paint, especially in the weather that we've had lately, has been a bit of a nightmare with all the humidity and the heat. So we're doing maintenance on the booth while we have the time. Back into the paint booth, or into the body shop area. So Sean's been on holidays, so the 72 Mach 1 hasn't moved much in the last week or so. Sean will be back next week. What we have got going on though.
I don't think they've seen the panels
on the Mustang.
Okay, so let's go back here and have a quick peek. Since last time, we have put all the quarter panels on. Quarter panels are on. It's welded to the roof now. Front's on. Rear single panel is on. When we open the doors now, all the floors are done. We're going to do the rocker panels next. And then once that's all done, Sean's going to start moving to the front of the car. This is our 66 Charger. And this has got a couple of different routes it may take. 426 Hemi, Elephant, or one other way that we're not going to mention yet. But we've just got this back from Mike from J&J Blasting. He came here and did a wet blast on the car so we could actually see what we have to work with without body filler or paint on it. It's going to be a large build, so we want to understand what we're starting with. So what we find, and the advantage of that is that even though this panel, for example, looks really clean, we see that there's been a couple of damage marks here. Had a filler panel put in, had another filler panel, some rust, and some work here. So we're going to see about fixing this or replacing this. These panels are very hard to come by, so that may be a repair rather than a replace. Super Snake number 2. Chris is working away on fitment right now, trying to get the nose, the hood to fit beautifully. But all the mechanicals are done, the supercharger's done, the front end alignment's done, the interior's done. So now it's at this point where fitment is the final stage before body and paint. And it's looking really, really good. This is really something that we want to really make sure people understand the fitment. While these are race cars first, we're trying to make them into a high quality race car slash car you can take to a car show and get really good marks on. There's a lot of work to making a race car look like that. Shelby is a race car and a beautiful car to work with. So a little bit more to be done here. Then it'll go into prime stage, then ready for paint. So the next week or two, we'll see this in paint, and then we'll have to wait a little bit for the paint to dry, and then we'll be able to put the stripes on it. Then the car's finished. So that's number 2 Shelby Super Snake. More coming up big time, hopefully, on that front. So we're looking forward to being able to give you lots more news on that in the future. So I think that might be a quick 6 minutes or a slow 8 minutes or whatever. But it's a beautiful sunny day here today, and we're looking forward to a lot more stuff coming. So hopefully you can have a great weekend, and we'll see you here next week.